Yeah, first of all, I would like to introduce our guest, Dr. Praveen Gunar, who is an assistant professor for research at SP Mandali's Wellinskar Institute of Management, Mumbai. I know Praveen when I was doing my PhD, and we were co-fellow for in TISS, and since actually he is more interested and he has done much work in research in academics and at the same time in the field, and therefore I felt that he is the right person to take the topic related to research. This is the first lecture he will take. After that there are a number of lectures, like maybe 7 8 lectures will be there in the future, and therefore each lecture of his will be and is very much important. And I request all the students, please take notebook and pen, okay, because such lectures we will not get even in the future maybe. So better you keep one notebook and pen with you, and take all the notes whatever he is now present. So yes, now floor is open to you, Praveen, and yes.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Hemangi, for this for the generous words and for this invitation. I mean, I am so privileged to talk to all these. I mean, the early stage researchers, some of the master students, and some of them are PhD scholars, right? Okay, so I just wanted to understand like what are the levels of their studies, like whether they have started their study research or maybe they are still in the like search of. I mean, they are still kind of formulating their research problems.
Yeah, so the students are some are undergraduate, some are postgraduate.
Okay, okay,
Those who are pursuing post-graduation, some are pursuing their undergraduation. At the same time, some are in their PhD. And
okay, okay.
now, in under this internship, we have asked them to take very simple topic, and two students will work on the topic. So they are in the very later stage, like very initial stage, like formulating the problem, and then uh, writing abstract or introduction. So all
All
these
right, all
things
right. I got
very
it. I got it.
initial.
Yes. So, is the language okay for all of you? If I speak in English, or do you want me to mix or Hindi, Marathi, English? How do you want to go? Okay, so let us begin with English only, and then in case if there are any doubts or if there are anything that you would like to ask, then definitely you can ask. So while doing research, like you definitely have to have something in your mind, right? There should be something that you wanted to inquire. The that something could be anything which you see in the society, which you see in your day-to-day life, or maybe which you see into the system. Okay, so it could be anything that strikes to your mind and that you think that has to be inquired, that has to be studied, right? So but that study should not be just the study, right? That should not be just the random reading that you are doing and you are getting some information about that. So it should not be that kind of like just the simple inquiry about it. That is also kind of a small inquiry, but it should be a scientific inquiry, right? So whatever you wanted to inquire, whatever you see in the society, whatever you see in the system, or whatever you see in your day to day life, or whatever you see local to global, wherever, uh, to study for that, like you need to definitely have some kind of scientific approach, and that scientific approach view will definitely give you the direction to get into in depth of that particular problem that you are going to study, or what I mean that you are going to inquire about. So in that case, there will be definitely n number of problems in the society, right? There will be definitely n number of situations in the society. But is it that like we are studying each and everything? It's not, right? We cannot inquire everything. We cannot study everything. We have to. be very, very specific about our research, about our inquiry, that what exactly we wanted to inquire, and accordingly we have to develop the further steps. So let us get into that, like what, how can we formulate the problem, and how can we select the topic, or maybe shape the topic. Okay, and then what are the different stages in that, that we will try to understand from some of these slides. So there are different stages, or there are different steps involved in the problem formulation. So basically, as I said, whatever issues, whatever problems, or whatever situations that are there in the society that you are keenly observing. Okay, and when you observe that, you will have to identify a broad theme or issue that interests you, or that maybe kind of strikes to your mind. So that has to be, that has to be identified by you. So what exactly that particular issue is, that once you identify that, then you'll have to get into the next phase, that is delimitation of broad themes. List out different aspects of the themes. So delimitations means, like, you'll have to break down that particular broad area, or broad theme, or broad issue into different pieces and parts. Okay, so and then it has to be listed down in a sequential manner, or anything, anyway randomly you can list down, and then again in that also, where exactly you wanted to inquire, what exactly you wanted to inquire, that has to be identified by you. Then next phase, you will have to choose a particular aspect of the theme of for the research. So as I said, for example, caste system in India is something which is one of the very, very broad theme, right? Or maybe overall the like class system in India is also something which has a very broader lenses. So within caste system, what exactly you wanted to study? Within caste system, do you wanted to focus on one particular caste community, or do you wanted to focus on within that caste community also, you wanted to focus on the situations of girls, or the situations of boys studying in educational institutions, or maybe in working in different organizations, companies. So what exactly you'll have to you'll have to be very particular about choosing the aspect from that particular broad theme. Okay, and then accordingly you will have to frame the research questions. Like, when you come to the specificity of that particular broad theme, then accordingly you'll have to frame the research questions. Okay, and then based on the research questions, you'll have to formulate the objectives. So there is definitely a sequence to each and every phase, where you will have to broadly identify the theme, then delimitation of that particular theme, then choosing a particular aspect that you that you actually wanted to study, and then based on that particular aspect, you definitely have to write down some broad research questions that can be later converted, or that can be later will be the guiding features for your the entire research. Okay, and based on those research questions, you are again formulating the objectives. Okay, so now problem identification or formulation, you definitely have different motives, right? Sometimes you being from a particular community, or sometimes you being not necessarily community, you being from particular region. So for example, if you are from Marathwada region of Maharashtra, or if you are from northeast India, or if you are from particularly like some of the conflict zones, like Kashmir or any other border states. So in that, you might have experienced some personal like you may have your personal experiences about that particular field, so that you may wanted to study, right? So that could be one of the personal motive of your inquiry. Then something which is related to academic, you also have to in the motives, you wanted to do some academic studies, so that can also be one of the areas. And then something which is related to social, as I said, caste, class, gender, or any other social elements, that can be definitely comes under the motives. So what is your motive, whether it is your personal motive, academic motive, or social? Academic means like anything that you wanted to study just for the sake of academics, just for the sake of your completing your just for the sake of understanding the research process. Okay, And then you are next, once you are clear about your motives, you are going to the next stage, which is the availability of literature. So once you formulate or once you choose a problem, you will have to definitely look for the availability of literature of about that particular topic. So once you get some of the key themes, key words from your particular topic, then you will definitely have to get into the depth of available literatures. Okay. And then the third layer could be something like what are the restrictions, time, cost, accessibility, ethics, all these things that you will definitely have to look, or you will have to assess while formulating a research problem. Okay. So you definitely have to go through all these filtrations. So first is what is your motive, then second is availability of literature, then in that also you are putting different limitations. What are the restrictions to do that particular study? Are there any kind of implications of that particular study, or would that be like negatively lead, would that study will negatively lead? How much time would be required to conduct that study? What cost will be required to conduct that particular study? Or maybe accessibility, and something related to ethics also. So all these things you'll have to keep in mind while selecting a problem. Okay, or while selecting a research topic. You cannot select a research topic or research area very randomly or very vaguely. You'll have to be very, very precise while choosing a research problem based on all these parameters. Is it being clear? Can I get some responses from the participants?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So once you go through all these elements, you definitely have to, jot down one of the topics or the problem that actually matches, or actually, matches with your interest, as well as all these, components that we have discussed. Then, based on that particular topic or that particular problem, you will have to frame your research questions. So research questions that could be like that. That would be the broad research questions. Those are guiding your study. Okay. And based on research questions, what are the objectives? Are you'll have to frame the objectives of your study. Then research strategy and research methods. Okay. So this is how the flow of your research topic selection should be. You, as I said, sometimes people randomly select the any area of research, and they do not like look for the time, how much time उसके लिए time कितना लगेगा, उसके लिए cost कितना लगेगा, उसके लिए accessibility होगा या नहीं होगा. These kind of things, we sometimes don't keep in mind, and thereby like we don't do a proper inquiry. So that becomes a problem later at the later stage. Okay. Now, how should be your research theme? How it should be like? Should it be in a different manner? So, how should your research theme look like? So first there should be a relevance. Okay. So there should be kind of social solutions to the problems, helping the organizations, or policy formulations. So that is something which you'll have to keep in mind, whether your research has any relevance in terms of social or academic. So whether social, if it is social, then solutions to the problems. What solutions that you are providing to the problems, or maybe what whether you are describing those problems, and at the end are you coming up with any kind of framework to solve those problems. Okay. Then the other inquiry could be something like helping the organizations, whether like for example organizations means like for example government organization, and government organization is sometimes if the government organization is implementing some scheme related to the scholarship to the students. So whether and then you wanted to do some study on that particular that particular scholarship, whether the students those who are receiving this scholarship is are satisfied or not, or maybe what are the challenges to access that particular scholarship. So that kind of study, if you are doing, which will certainly help to the organization. right? Help to the government organizations, like once you do that study and then you submit the like kind of your recommendations to the government body. Or some studies could be something like the policy formulation. You are formulating some policy for the betterment of any social problems, any social situations that you wanted to study. Okay. Then academic studies, sometimes like you are filling the gap. If so and so number of data is available in that particular research, I mean in that particular domain, so in that you are definitely adding more knowledge, or adding more knowledge base in that particular academic, like that knowledge body itself. Okay. Or maybe conflicting explanations, like for example, if some already, like some author have already presented some published something or studied something, but you have something which is counter argument to that particular study or to that particular research that has been already done. So in that case, you can definitely you can give your own explanation by doing your own study, right? Replications, sometimes you can do a study which can be replicable to different areas. So this kind of relevance that you will have to identify while formulating a research problem. Again, as I said in the previous slide, the research should be researchable, right? The topic should be researchable, right? It should be in your control. It should not be so vague. It should not be so, like kind of, huge that you will not be able to study, right? So it should be researchable. It should be, like in the control of, if you are a master's researcher, or if you are a undergraduate researcher, in that case, you definitely have cost, you'll definitely have to keep in mind about the budget of your research, right? You also have a timeline to complete your research. You don't have a lot of time, like you cannot spend 1 year or maybe 6 months for your research. You'll have to submit your research within 6 months, or something, like sometimes in 7-8 months only. So keeping that, all those things, when even the time also has to be kept in mind while choosing your research topic. Then in terms of PhD researchers, definitely time and cost is again one of the concerns. So the PhD researchers can definitely think about the time also, like how much time that they are like visualizing to complete their research study or their PhD. Accessibility to the participants. Now sometimes we become so ambitious that we wanted to do a study where the participants are not accessible, right? You will not find the participants. So in that case, how will you get the primary data, right? So you should definitely keep in mind that, like the study that you are choosing to to inquire more, you definitely have to keep in mind that, like, who will be the participants of your study, to whom you will be interviewing, to whom you will be definitely meeting quite frequently, or maybe once in a research timeline. Okay. So that participants also you'll have to definitely keep in mind whether they will be able to, you will be able to access them, you will be able to meet them. That is also something very important. Ethics and expertise, definitely you should not research is definitely derived with ethics. We should not compromise in any situations anyhow. Ethics has to be followed, and then only you will be able to do a good or thorough research. Without ethical considerations, you will not be able to definitely give a proper justice to the research topic. So ethics is definitely important. And at the same time, expertise. You being a early stage researcher, you being a first time researcher, you definitely have to keep in mind that, like, what simple methods that I can apply to my research. What simple methodology can be, like, applicable to that particular research, and through which I can like first time I will complete with those set of methods, and then later on, whenever I am doing my research at the next level, for example, at the like if you are undergraduate, then what should be the you can definitely go increase your level at the postgraduate, and then if you are doing PhD, then again you can go for like more complex methodological design. So these things definitely has to be kept in mind. while selecting a problem, or while selecting writing a topic. Now, there is another set of questions that you would like to ask yourself, that while formulating your research topic, do I know the field and its literature well? Sometimes we think that, like, any random study I am choosing, but I don't know anything about it, but I don't even and I also don't have any background about it. So in that case, it becomes difficult to get the grip over that particular research, right? So keeping in mind that, like, or maybe you can start, if you are thinking to do something which is very new to your idea, very very new to you. In that case, you definitely have to visit the literature as much as possible. Okay. So keep in mind that, like, do I know the field, that particular study that you wanted to study, and its literature well. Okay. What are the important research questions in my field? So whenever you are choosing a research topic, what exactly you wanted to study? What are the most important, or what are the most pertinent questions that are there in your field? That has to be identified, or that has to be, like, written down. Then what areas need further exploration? Sometimes some of the areas are already explored by some other researchers, right? Or maybe your literature already talks about that. Then what else do you want to do? Do you wanted to extend it further, or you just wanted to do the same? So that you definitely have to ask yourself. And if you are doing the same thing which has already been done by some other research scholar, or by any other researcher, then what is the use of that particular study that you are doing, if you are doing the same study, right? So that also you will definitely have to ask yourself. Could my study fill the gap? Like, if you are doing some research, you definitely have to ask a question like, if there is something already been studied, and if I am doing the same study, will that definitely have any importance, or will that be just that will be another dissertation that you are preparing for just to get the, like, master's degree or bachelor's degree. Whether that research will definitely lead the greater understanding, that also has to be kept in mind. Has a great deal of research already been conducted in this topic area? Like, sometimes what we do many times in the undergrad and most graduate researchers, postgraduate researchers, we do the same things what has already been previously studied. And if something is extensively studied, then why are you again studying? You can choose a different area, or within that you can find out something which is very new, or very very different, which has already been studied. So that also has to be asked to yourself while formulating a research problem. Is the timing right for this question to be answered? For example, if you are doing like now, COVID, 4 years back, the COVID pandemic was there, right? And now, if something that comes to your mind, and you are saying that, like, I wanted to understand the implication of COVID on so and so community, is the time right now? It's not, right? Maybe there is no relevance, because there had been so many studies are already published by so many peoples. So in that case, there won't be any use of that particular study, or maybe that time will not match. So in that case, you definitely have to see the timings also while choosing a research topic. Then, is it hot topic, or it is obsolete? I mean, would funding sources be interested? Sometimes, like, for example, in Maharashtra, we have a lot of agrarian crisis, and due to which so many farmers are committing suicides, right? But at the same time, there are so many researchers from across the country, and internationally also, are studying agrarian crisis, are studying farmer suicides. And now government and the researchers and academicians also know that what are the reasons for farmers to commit suicide. So it is not just that, like, if the topic is so hot and then thereby you wanted to go with. It's not like that. Or something which is also, yeah, if you are if you are, like, definitely some topics which could be interested, to the industry, to the funding agencies, right? So in that case, you can definitely find out certain topics which are definitely attract to the funding, funding, like agencies or funding sources. So in those things also has to be kept in mind while choosing a research topic. Whether it is possible to follow the ethical protocol. Now, this is also something which is important question that you will have to ask yourself while choosing a research topic. Okay. Another point that I would like to make here is delimitation of broad themes. It is process of determining or fixing the boundaries of broad theme. Now, as I said previously, there are n number of larger problems in the country, right? Not only in India, across. But is it that like we will be able to solve each and every problem in the country, or is it that we will be able to study each and every problem in the country? It is absolutely no, right? So in that case, you just have to determine or fix the boundaries to your research, and that is called delimitations of the broad themes. You cannot go so vague here and there. You'll have to fix the boundaries. You definitely, while आप रिसर्च करते करते समय क्या हो जाएगा आपको, कि आपको लगेगा कि यार ये भी इम्पोर्टेंट है, ये भी इम्पोर्टेंट है, मुझे ये भी करना है, मुझे ये भी करना है. ऐसा नहीं होता है ना. तो फिर आपका जो ये है, जो ऑब्जेक्टिव है या आपके जो रिसर्च क्वेश्चंस आपने फ्रेम किए हैं, उसको अलग अलग ये विंग्स आ जाएंगे. So that will definitely take your study anywhere. So you definitely have to fix the boundaries of your research, and within those boundaries only you'll have to complete. Otherwise, what happens, as I said, that it will be a very you will not be able to reach to the conclusion of your study. So definitely you will have to, while choosing a research topic, you definitely have to see what is the delimitation of your study, why delimitation is being done, how delimitation is being done. So these are all these questions that has to be definitely asked by yourself. Now, why delimitation is needed? To make research problem a researchable problem, facilitating the feasibility of the study. Okay, delimitation is what? You are breaking down your broad theme into small pieces and parts or parcels, right? And within that, you are fixing one. You are trying to fix one problem with all those filters that I have already discussed in the previous slides, right? So to make research problem as researchable problem, facilitating feasibility, that facilitates the feasibility of your study. Okay, then moving from vagueness towards clarity. Again, why delimitation is there, is important. We should not be so vague. So we should be very clear about the inquiry that we are going to do. So moving from vagueness towards clarity. For that, delimitation is needed. Moving from diffuseness towards specificity. Diffuseness means what? Like you have broad chunk of things, and you wanted to, you should not be stuck in those broad issues and problems. You should be more specific. You should move towards specificity in your research. Okay? And lastly, hugeness towards manageability. Okay, your research should also be in your control, as I said. It should be manageable. You should be able to have a hold on your research. Otherwise, your research will definitely go here and there. Now, how can we do that delimitation? One is definitely you can break down into different categories as I have listed down here. That population group, male, female, literate, illiterate, those kind of breakings that you can definitely do in your research. Geographical area, urban, rural, or any place specific or context specific can also be done. Or maybe tribal communities also. I'm missing out one of the very important geographical area. The dimensions, aspects, primary, higher, how do you want to go with? Time, cross-sectional, I mean, then again, you'll also have to look forward to the time, cross-sectional, longitudinal, year, post-reform period or something like that. you know. So all those things that has to be kept in mind while doing the delimitations in your study. Now let us go into something which is very very crisp and very clear, which will definitely make you so clear about your research that you're gonna study and what delimitations that I'm talking about. Let us see this for, like let's see the first topic, a study of school dropouts. Is it too vague? Isn't it like something which is not making any clarity, right? A study of school dropouts, that's it. Now second layer is a study of school dropouts at the primary level. That makes little sense, right? That is making at least something which is like at what level that you are going to study. A study of school dropouts girls, again here you are putting one more delimitation, that a study of school dropout girls at primary level. Now you are focusing girls here, okay, because of so and so reasons. Girl, I mean, you may have your own hypothesis, right? This is one more specificity. Then again, a study of school dropout girls at primary level in rural setting. Now again, you are becoming so your geographical context is also being covered. Population context is also being covered, meaning girls, and then level is also being covered, primary level. Okay. Then again, another, I mean, to be more crisp and like more specific, again within that, a study of school dropout girls from Dalit community at the primary level in rural setting. Right? So this makes even more specific, which is manageable as well. The last one, which is also like researchable, which has each and every I mean crystal clear things are being captured over here. And another level, you can add one more thing. You can also add a like specific city, state, village, district, whatever you wanted to. A study of school dropout girls from Dalit communities at primary level in rural Maharashtra, for example, or rural Madhya Pradesh, or rural Gujarat, something as such. Okay, is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. As of now, if there are any more questions, please ask me. If you want any more clarity, or is it being clear or not? If it is not being clear, I can definitely explain it a little more. Or if I can move ahead with the another topic, we can. Any questions from the participants?
Sir,
Yes, please.
can I ask a question? Yes, I wanted to ask that in absence of primary data, and like if we're not able to collect primary data, what kind of study we can choose to have just from the secondary ones? Because while you were talking about the questions we should ask ourselves before choosing a topic, you said that we should choose a topic where there has been a gap. But if we're working with secondary data, then how are we supposed to find a gap in our study? Because
Yeah,
we're
definitely.
already dependent on something that
Yeah.
has already been done.
Yeah, see, like there are some studies which are definitely should be conducted. I mean, I would always suggest or like recommend to do the primary research only at the undergrad and postgraduate graduate level, because you get the first-hand data and first-hand information from the field, and you also get acquainted with the field and field realities also. So that is the, I mean, as part of suggestion, I will definitely recommend all of you to do the primary study, but definitely as per your college requirements and as per your like in terms of time and many other things, that keeping that in mind, you can go ahead with the secondary data. Okay, but yeah, definitely in the secondary data also you can do the similar exercise, right? You can like for example, there are, as I said in one of the studies, like one of the areas, that farmer suicides in Maharashtra is something which has been extensively studied. Okay, so this is something which you can keep in mind, that what exactly has been studied in that, what has been focused and what has not been focused, and if that would have been focused, what could have been the implication of that particular study. That could be something which is one of the inquiries or one of the topic that you can select upon. Second is, as I given one another example about school dropouts. School dropouts also, now there are a lot many studies about different population sizes, population groups, or different geographical contexts, or different like state wise. I mean, there are so many studies that has been done throughout the years. So within that also, you can I mean, for example, you can study the, like, what patterns have been studied about primary dropout rates in the primary in the I mean, whatever topic that you are choosing, like whether it is girls dropout rates, or whether it is boys dropout rates, or anything. So keeping that, process will be the same, but your inquiry, I mean data, like your data will be, I mean, data points will be different. Here, you're doing the same process, but you are getting data from different resources. So again, in that case, then you will have to keep in mind whether the adequate literature is available to that particular research topic or not that you are choosing. Whether that is, I mean, that is actually that will actually give you some kind of insights for your study. Whether you will be able to kind of get a good results out of whatever literature that is there available in the like databases, different databases, whether it is journals or whether it is government websites, portals. So process will be the same, but definitely you'll have to keep in mind some of the other filters that I have already discussed in the kind of previous slides. I hope that
Okay, sir.
satisfies
Yes,
your.
sir.
Yeah,
Thank you.
sure. Anyone who would like to ask? Yeah, thanks for that question. Then we
सर
will move
मुझे एक
ahead.
पूछना था।
Yes, sir, please.
सॉरी सर।
Yeah.
ये जो आपने बताया है बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट है। मैं मेरे रिसर्च टॉपिक को आपके लेक्चर के माध्यम से और ज़्यादा स्पेसिफिक और वो सारे पॉइंट्स उसमें डालने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ। ये बहुत यूज़फुल है। तो
Yes.
क्या हम स्पेसिफिक सब्जेक्ट वाइज मैं क्वेश्चन पूछ सकता हूँ या बाद में पूछ सकता हूँ?
Subject wise, yeah. I mean, I will see, because I am not so expert in everything, but I will see if I can answer.
तो सर मैं इतना ही कहना चाहूँगा कि मैं बहुत सालों से कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल वैल्यूज़ पे काम कर रहा हूँ और अभी
Okay.
महाड़ सत्याग्रह का जो अभी 100 साल पूरा हो रहा है, तो
Yeah.
आई वांट टू स्टडी द इम्पैक्ट ऑन एजुकेशन सेक्टर इन पुणे सिटी ऑफ महाड़ सत्याग्रह।
Okay.
तो
Uh-huh.
तो इज इट स्पेसिफिक सब्जेक्ट और शुड आई मोर वर्क ऑन इट? इसमें ज़्यादा
I
काम करने की ज़रूरत है?
तो आई मीन नहीं, टॉपिक काफी रिलेवेंट है। स्पेसिफिसिटी के आई मीन स्पेसिफिसिटी तक पहुंचने के लिए थोड़ा सा हमें ना, we'll definitely have to look upon the research questions that you have framed. What exactly you wanted to study in that? और आपने वो ऑब्जेक्टिव्स कैसे फ्रेम किए हैं वो भी देखना पड़ेगा, सो दैट उसके अकॉर्डिंगली वो स्पेसिफिक हो जाएगा नहीं हो जाएगा वो समझ में आएगा. कैन यू रिपीट द क्वेश्चन अगेन प्लीज?
स्टडी ऑफ पुणे सिटी के एजुकेशन सेक्टर पे महाड़ सत्याग्रह का क्या इम्पैक्ट हुआ है, ये मैं स्टडी करने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ।
ओके.
ऑन ऑन या मैं स्पेसिफिक किसी एक ईयर्स यानी सिंस 2014 टू 2025 क्या इम्पैक्ट हुआ, या ये 100 साल में क्या इम्पैक्ट हुआ, ये बहुत ज़्यादा वेग हो
100 साल
जाएगा
में,
तो
हाँ, बहुत ज्यादा अगर पीछे जाओगे आप, तो फिर वो आपको वो रेस्पोंडेंट्स वैसे मतलब people should also be there, no, from like those who have witnessed or those who have. Yeah, I mean, संदीप जी, मुझे थोड़ा सा ना फिर से इसमें आई मीन, आई नीड टू हैव आई नीड टू सी द रिसर्च क्वेश्चंस एंड नीड objectives, then I can be able to give my conclusion.
एंड द लास्ट
language.
क्वेश्चन इज,
Yes, sir.
क्या मैं इसमें 18 to 35 यूथ ग्रुप को
हाँ
इन्वॉल्व करके
ऐसे,
ज़्यादा
हाँ
स्पेसिफिक?
ये अच्छा रहेगा। मतलब ये जो है कि आप अगर एक एज ग्रुप डिसाइड करो विच इज लाइक द लाइक 18 के बाद में हम लोग जनरली हायर एजुकेशन की तरफ मुड़ते हैं, वो एक एज ग्रुप, एंड 35 तक जनरली पीपल आर एनरोल्ड और कंप्लीटिंग देयर PhDs. So that definitely will be one of the major population group which will definitely add a value to your research.
और
So
या
वो
फिर,
ज़्यादा स्पेसिफिक हो जाएगा मुझे प्राइमरीली लगता है।
या जिसको अभी हम जेन Z कहते हैं, 2000 के बाद जिनका जन्म
यस
हुआ है,
यस यस।
उन पे क्या इम्पैक्ट हुआ, वो भी मैं कर सकता हूँ इसमें?
लेकिन वो आर दे रियली अवेयर अबाउट महार सत्याग्रह? आई मीन दैट इज अ वेरी बेसिक क्वेश्चन। एंड हाउ मेनी विच पॉपुलेशन ग्रुप इज अवेयर अबाउट महार सत्याग्रह जेंजीज में?
हम्म।
Primarily,
पुणे
for
सिटी।
example, people from the Dalit community are definitely inherently aware about Mahar Satyagraha or Graha or any other movements that are related to caste system in India, right? But
हम्म।
the other groups which
हम्म।
are non-Dalit populations, or which are populations, or the students, those who are जो लोग अलग streams में है, for example, those who are in social sciences may be somewhat aware about all the
हम्म।
social movements that we have had in the past.
हम्म।
But the group which is from engineering, from management, from मेडिकल एजुकेशन, ये भी बहुत बड़ा चंक है ना, तो उनको पता
हम्म।
है या नहीं? सो या जेनजीज अभी के जो ये है, इवन फ्रॉम दलित कम्युनिटीज, वेदर दे आर रियली कीन इन अंडरस्टैंडिंग अबाउट एंड आई मीन अप्लाइंग all those social movements, not just the Mahar Satyagraha, but many other social movements, वो अपने
हम्म।
स्टडी में इंटीग्रेट करने के लिए करने में उतने ज़्यादा सक्षम है, या उनको उतना बैकअप मिल रहा है? क्योंकि आजकल जेंजी का काफ़ी अलग सिनेरियो है मेरे हिसाब से। But
हम्म। हम्म।
the previous age group that you have suggested, no, that I think is something which is the ideal age group for your study, Sandeep ji.
ओके, थैंक्स।
18 to 35, definitely they are into the, I mean, like very core educational level of their life, एंड
हम्म।
देयर दे आई मीन तब तक उनमें काफ़ी ज़्यादा अंडरस्टैंडिंग भी आता है अलग अलग सोशल कॉन्टेक्स्ट का, सोशल सिचुएशंस का, एंड डेफिनेटली महार सत्य विद इन दैट ऑल्सो, इफ यू आर फोकसिंग ऑन वन पर्टिकुलर कम्युनिटी और वन पर्टिकुलर ग्रुप ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स, say for
हम्म।
example Dalit students, say for
हम्म।
example tribal
शेड्यूल कास्ट
students,
स्टूडेंट्स।
scheduled
हाँ।
caste students, yeah, scheduled caste we can probably term it as per the constitutional framework, है ना?
यस सर।
सो या ऐसे है।
थैंक यू सर।
माय प्लेजर, यू कैन कॉल मी प्रवीण ओनली। संदीप जी, आई नो यू, यू आर डूइंग रियली ग्रेट वर्क।
थैंक यू सर।
या या, सो आई डेफिनेटली नो यू। अजून कोणी, एनीवन वुड लाइक टू?
Yes, sir. Actually, my question is very basic, but
या
as a FI student, I don't know anything about research. So,
हाँ,
what are the things we should keep in mind while framing our questions and objective? Can you explain more with examples? So I'll take that.
सॉरी, मे आई नो योर नेम?
Disha Lokhande.
Disha. Disha, I have explained the same that you have asked. Okay, so these are the things that you'll have to keep in mind. Disha?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So uh, I understand, like there are so many people, those who are first time doing their research, they don't know even the word about research. Okay. So keeping that in mind, you should go with a very small researchable topic. You should not even go for a big data, I mean big sample size also. आप स्टार्ट करो 40-50 सिर्फ रेस्पोंडेंट्स आपके स्टडी में रहेंगे। आप एक छोटा सा टॉपिक सिलेक्ट करो जिसके ऊपर आपको थोड़ा सा इंटरेस्ट भी है और जिसके ऊपर स्टडी भी नहीं हुआ है ज़्यादा, ठीक है? एंड अकॉर्डिंगली यू स्टार्ट, लाइक आई मीन यू शुड डेफिनेटली आस्क योर सेल्फ while reading literature. You should ask yourself like what are the key questions that has to be inquired. आपको क्या लगता है कि कौन सा कौन सी चीज़ मैंने ज़्यादा इसके बारे में ये करनी चाहिए, इंक्वायरी करनी चाहिए. सो दैट यू शुड डेफिनेटली राइट डाउन ऑन द पेपर, एंड देन अकॉर्डिंग टू योर रिसर्च क्वेश्चंस यू फ्रेम योर ऑब्जेक्टिव्स. चाहे तो मैं नेक्स्ट क्लास या नेक्स्ट सेशन फ्रेमिंग रिसर्च क्वेश्चंस, फ्रेमिंग रिसर्च ऑब्जेक्टिव्स एंड देन फ्रेमिंग रिसर्च मेथोडोलॉजी ऐसे कुछ कर सकता हूँ, अगर हेमांगी मैम परमिट करते हैं तो.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you,
So,
sir.
ठीक है. दिशा, क्लियर हो गया ना आपको कैसे मतलब ये करना है?
Yes, sir, somewhat.
ये ओके. So I mean the primary thing is like you definitely think that what exactly you wanted to study, and then again ये जो इस स्लाइड में मैंने जो बताया है, ये जो स्लाइड देख रहे हैं आप, इसको ध्यान में रखना है.
Okay, sir.
ठीक है. ओके. तो I think if there are any no I mean not any more questions, then can we stop here, Hemangi ma'am?
हाँ हाँ, हो गया तो कोई इशू नहीं है. अभी डिस्कशन, उनको कुछ क्वेश्चन है तो
हाँ,
वो
अगर
पूछ
है तो
सकते
हमारे
हैं.
पास है, और
नहीं तो फिर
पाँच सात मिनट है.
हाँ नहीं तो, हाँ नहीं तो फिर ये होता है,
या
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 फिर हाँ
because if I'll
और
start with the another topic, no, that will take another
हाँ
half an hour.
करेक्ट.
Yeah, so in that case I was just like uh, expecting some more questions.
या
एब्स्ट्रैक्ट, हाउ टू राइट एब्स्ट्रैक्ट वगैरह है, लेकिन ये थोड़ा सा लाइक लेटर स्टेज है एक्चुअली. मुझे लगता है कि प्राइमरीली हम लोग थोड़ा सा इसके ऊपर, क्योंकि बहुत सारे रिसर्चर्स जो है वो अंडर ग्रेजुएट रिसर्चर्स है, पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट ग्रेजुएट रिसर्चर्स है. तो
अभी आप स्टूडेंट्स क्या कर सकते हैं, व्हाट स्टूडेंट्स यू कैन डू on this lecture, whatever the things you have attended now, whatever the topics you understood, you implement in your area, okay? Whatever sir asked you to do, or how to frame, or how to delimit your topic and all these things, you try to apply in your area. And maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow again you come with me, and then have a more clear understanding about your topic, and then we can give a
yeah,
final kind of a topic to you. That
yeah.
is that
In
is
case if you wanted me to give an assignment to all of you, then I can give it. I can share it with Hemangi ma'am, and she can probably circulate based on this presentation only. A small assignment of like how, framing a research topic, and like framing, I mean jotting down some of the research questions, literature. और या फिर आप लोग क्या करें, जैसे मैम ने बताया है कि आप क्या करो, एक दो चार पांच एरियाज जहाँ पे आपको बहुत ज़्यादा इंटरेस्ट है वो पेपर पे लिख के रखो. उसमें फिर से देखो कि कौन सा एरिया जो है वो बहुत ज़्यादा इंटरेस्टिंग है और बहुत ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है टू स्टडी. इंटरेस्टिंग मतलब आपको ही सिर्फ इंटरेस्ट होना है ऐसा भी नहीं. वो स्टडी इम्पोर्टेंट भी होना चाहिए. ऑफ कोर्स दैट हैज टू, दैट इज, दैट शुड हैव अ ग्रेटर इम्पोर्टेंस आल्सो फॉर द फ्रॉम द सोसाइटल पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, राइट? सो वो भी आपको ध्यान में रखना है. ओके. एंड देन बेस्ड ऑन यू राइट डाउन सम की क्वेश्चंस दैट कम्स टू योर माइंड. ये भी एटलीस्ट किया ना आपने, तो बाद में ऑब्जेक्टिव वगैरह ये सब कुछ धीरे धीरे आप लोग कर पाएंगे.
Yeah,
हेलो.
tomorrow I think we can, if all students are okay, we can have a half an hour interaction session, maybe around 11 o'clock. Is that okay? All students, whoever students are present now,
When can we keep on
uh,
weekends if
weekend.
possible? Yeah,
Tomorrow what time will be okay for you?
not tomorrow, ma'am. On weekend, Saturday if possible.
No, no. See, why I'm telling, because we have to move fast.
Okay.
You can come Saturday, and those who are okay, they can talk to me tomorrow, and we'll finalize the topic, and they can start their study. That is very important.
Yes, ma'am. Can we keep that session in the evening at same time?
What time?
5 to 6 or 6 to 7?
Evening 5 to 6 would be okay then tomorrow.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
All right.
And
Then,
Okay.
yeah, I just have a one last question, ma'am, to sir. Uh, Praveen, I have decided two topics. It's
okay,
both of them. Yeah, both of them are more academic.
okay,
Uh, so right now I'm doing my postgrad at Gokul Institute.
okay,
Uh, so my first topic is currency exchange rates and the sterling rupee debate. Dr. Ambedkar's contribution to trade theory. So there
okay.
is a lot of research earlier has done on this topic, but it's hard to find out. So I'll have a library at institute. I'll figure out. But it's very difficult to do more academic research. I need some more.
Why it will be difficult? It will be easier, I mean, yeah, I mean, like, uh, yeah, you
Hmm,
again, as I said, no,
hmm,
you get into your research into the, I mean, parts and pieces. You first jot
right,
down like what exactly you want to study. Then, as I said, some of the key things that are coming in your mind, like what exactly you wanted to drag from that particular, study that you are like you
right,
are thinking of doing.
right.
And
So,
accordingly you like yeah, there had been a lot of research that has already been done on that particular topic, so you can decide that, and you can also segment that into different years, or maybe spans, or maybe the same topic done like studied by economists, what are their perception? If the same topic is studied by previously studied by sociologists, what are their perceptions? What are their what is emerging from their research? Or maybe if the same topic has already been discussed in different like not just the research but in different platforms, so then what is emerging, or what is coming out of those discussions? That is also something which is kind of a good inquiry.
right, absolutely, because uh, the lot of work has done on the currency exchange rate, but not the Dr. Ambedkar's contribution to trade theory and how the currency exchange rates adversely impact or have an advantage in the international trade.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, so this was the gap which I found in my homework, which I had done last week.
Good,
Um,
good, good. Yeah,
right, and the second topic is Dr. Ambedkar's monetary thought, particularly the foundation for the India's modern central banking framework.
okay,
Whatever
okay.
the problem of rupee, Dr. Ambedkar's thesis on that basis, the central bank established. I just want to do inquiry about that topic. The
So
both
what
are
inquiry you
interesting.
want to? What inquiry
Uh,
do you wanted to have?
okay, so during the 1935, the central banking and world trade and economic outlook was different than today. So I'm
Yeah,
just wanna do some comparative analysis with the modern central banking framework and how Ambedkar's thoughts he presented in his thesis can resonate with the today's outlook or how we
yeah.
can be more equipped with. But again,
You'll have to frame, then in that case you'll have to
hmm,
definitely frame that when in a like in a different I mean in a research like way, how research methods or research like scientific inquiry can be applied to that particular inquiry.
right,
I mean that you will definitely have to keep in mind, and then accordingly you can do that. Yeah,
yeah. Thank you very much.
you're welcome.
Yeah, students, you work on your topic. Today only we will discuss and we'll finalize it. If sir wants to leave, like Praveen, you
Okay,
can.
can I?
Uh,
Yeah,
so thank you, Praveen. Thank you so much.
you're
And
welcome.
next lecture when we can keep.
I'll inform you in the WhatsApp. Yeah,
Yeah, and send me your topic as well, which
चालेल,
topic
चालेल.
you will take.
Yeah.
then we will make it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you all.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much.
much. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. So, whoever has any issues regarding your topic or objective, we please free to talk to me now. So we have time, and we can make it very much crisp and narrow it. Okay.
Good evening,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about my topic.
Hmm.
In the last session, I was not able to be present, so I'm talking about it now.
Hmm.
The topic that I've chosen is basically the institutional support for the
Hmm.
students from backward classes and communities in
Hmm.
higher education, so basically in colleges.
Hmm.
Uh, so what I want to discuss in my research topic is basically that once uh, the students of SC, OBC communities are provided with reservations, I want to talk about how the prestigious universities such as IITs, IIMs, or NLUs, for that matter, they provide uh, institutional support to these students in while studying in the college. So, do you think that it is an educate topic to research on? I have read some papers.
I think that day somebody was talking about this IIT IMCA. I don't know who is that person student. I think he is from online group.
Ma'am,
Uh,
I heard that it was something related to educational loans that are provided and the process of
you
it.
you inquire who was, because now I don't have that notebook, because this I'm at home. So that no that day whatever we discuss, I wrote it in our my office notebook. So I don't have. So you just write down in the group and inquire that who is working on the topic, and you can collaborate with him, because that day we
Okay, ma'am.
discussed. Yeah, that day we
Yes, ma'am.
discussed, and he's almost same topic he's discussing.
All right, ma'am.
Yeah. Yes, anybody else?
Yes, ma'am. Disha here. I
Huh.
told you that day my topic, but I didn't get any pair. You told me that you will make pair, but I didn't get
Okay.
any partner for my research.
Okay, what is your topic?
Aspiration of UG student from upper class. I told you that.
UG student. Okay, UG student,
Yeah.
undergraduate.
Yeah.
And where are you from?
I'm from Maharashtra, but I'm living in Bangalore, Azim Prem University, EFI student.
Huh. Okay, Azim, but you will collect data from nearby, matlab in Bangalore only, na?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think, but whatever topic you are choosing now, I think nobody is there to give you pair. So
Yes.
either you have to do alone, but that is also you see that whether you will be able to do alone. That is one thing. Or what you can do, if from your university only, or who is interested to work with you on this topic, so we can take him or her as our intern, and then both you can collaborate. So these are the only two options we have now, because from our or you can ask from our interns who is interested in my topic. So now you have three choices or four choices, then you have to change the topic. These are the four choices you have. Though, okay. So what are the four choices? What are the four choices?
Ma'am, I'll go with second option because I'll ask my friend if he is comfortable with this topic. So I'll ask him to join our program.
Okay. So that way you can go, and anything which is comfortable to you, we are with you. So first you do alone, or second is you have a choice from your university or from your friends. Third is like from our interns who is interested, or fourth is you choose another topic. So these are the four choices. Okay. So you
Okay, ma'am.
whatever.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Next. Anybody else? और कोई है? किसी को बोलना है? Right?
Ma'am,
Yes.
so yeah, that day we discussed that me and Tanu will be doing like research on impact of social media on students. So
Huh.
should I change it or should I add something else to it?
What is your topic? Write down here in the
Just a
message.
second.
Huh. Impact of social media on students' mental health. Which area? Which geographical area you're talking about? And what students? Primary, secondary, higher education. So make it very clear that I want to study social media. Social media is what? Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. That way, that impact on students. What kind of students? Primary, secondary, higher education students, post graduation, undergraduate. So that students. Okay, so that you will have, and you will be very much clear. You are from which geographical area?
I'm from Pune itself.
So Pune, yeah. So then you will have an understanding ki from that Pune the students from this area you will study.
I
So
am
you can
thinking
huh.
I am thinking that the students like I'm gonna take secondary only, secondary students like from 7th grade to 12th grade. And the social media platform will be Instagram because most of them of that age are on Instagram only.
6 will be too small, don't you feel? Because 12th is a very higher kind of thing.
No, 7th,
So
7th grade to 12th grade, which is
7,
higher secondary.
okay, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yes.
I think 8 would be much better. 8, 9, because they are almost similar age. Like 11 and 12 is almost same, and 9 and 12. So 8 you can take 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Like that you can take.
Okay, then I'll take 8th to 12th.
Yeah, 8 to 12 you take. And why you want to see rational is, yeah, Sandeep, I will also talk to you. So rational is very important. Why you want to choose only that particular age group? That is also very important. Okay.
Okay,
And why
ma'am.
Instagram? And why Instagram?
Instagram because most of these students are on Instagram and it has become a major part of everybody's lifestyle nowadays.
Okay. And in the mental health, what exactly you are looking for? In the mental health, what exactly you want to see?
How how they have like their attention span has decreased, then there's so much of peer pressure and also how their psychological thinking has changed.
Okay. That change means what? Do you know that what? See, that change, that is, this question is very much kind of abstract or very much vague. You can understand whether or it has changed means you also know that what was the previous one. Then only you can say that, oh, they have changed.
Maybe like the
Understanding?
behave. Huh. Yes.
Ah, ah. So that way you have to be very much particular about, because we don't know how they were previously. So we cannot comment on, oh, now they have changed. Because I
Okay.
cannot comment on you because I don't know you. If I would have known you like maybe 2 years or since 2 years or 5 years, then I can understand, oh, now she has changed. Huh? Previously, 2 years before, she was not like that. But now she's changed. So
Okay.
that way you can argue that way. But you can just like you can just understand uh, why they are first, why they are on Instagram, very important. Why? Okay, another is what exactly they do on Instagram, and how much time, money, or whatever, whatever, how much networking they have, and what they what are the things they or why and how they use this Instagram, for what purpose they are there. Another is while studying, or how much they study, and while studying, are they using the social media, or are they using, or they keep their mobile with them, or are they on their tab, the Instagram account is there, so that is also there. Another is like, from there, from that, how much relationship they have built up, or what purpose they are using. Maybe they are using for business or sports, or maybe some kind of events. Now lot more events are happening, that is for that